Good morning, guys. Today, I have really mixed feelings about something. And don't worry, it's not as dramatic as I just made that sound. Can I get a small iced coffee? You see, I saw a YouTube video this morning, and yes, for those of you asking, this is my second cup of coffee. The video was actually of a friend of mine who I met in Norway named Philip Dosa, who I'll link up here. Basically, it was him in Thailand, but there was this part of the video that I saw, and I was like, dang, I missed that so much.
Yes, some random people poured water on me.
So this is the water festival, or the day before the water festival, so they're throwing water on us. That's why we're wet.
Probably like me, like why? What does that have? Like what does that have to do with anything? Like the guy just got wet. Like why is that important? And the reason for that is because in Thailand they have this festival that looks something like this. And I actually made this video like 2 or 3 years ago, so like I didn't really know how to edit yet. Now one of those festivals is actually like, you can never experience it through a video, you actually have to have been there to really understand how cool it is. But there's also a sad part along with this. And that is that the festival is actually to worship the water god. And now it's basically a 3-day massive water party all over Thailand. And it's the coolest, funnest thing ever. It's been 2 years since I've been to one of those festivals, and as I was watching that video, I actually realized something about myself, and I just want to share that with you guys. Now you see, I believe there's so many things in our lives that we take for granted, you know, like food, shelter, having family, having money, having comfort, having a bathroom, having a shower, having a roof over your head, having shoes, clothes, glasses, I can see, I can brush my teeth, all those types of things I feel like we always take for granted. But I believe there's 3 other very key things we very easily take for granted. And that is these are the 3. A lot of time, mornings and Mondays. I know, weird. I'll save that for another video, but I actually have very good reason for especially Mondays. And the last one, the place we currently are in. And this is the one I want to focus on. The place we currently are in. And you're probably wondering, what does this, and this have to do with anything? And I'm about to tell you, but I gotta go to a quick little meeting they have up in the Ohana Core, and I'll be right back. Just got back from that Ohana Core, and just quick, like every Thursday night they have a huge like gathering, like basically with the whole campus here, where they all gather. And while I was doing that, Angela's been crushing it. She's painting the whole nother room in there, and that's why all the stuff's in here. But back to what I was telling you guys earlier. You see, it wasn't necessarily that the water festival and taking things for granted necessarily directly correlated, but when I was watching that, it just triggered this like memory of like, oh my gosh, I miss that so much. And it's like this aspect of like, man, I kind of like took those festivals and those fun times kind of for granted, thinking I'd have them for the rest of my life, and now realizing like how much you actually miss that thing once you leave it. And I feel like it's so easy, like whenever you leave something, that's when you actually start missing it. And for me, it's like really learning to begin to like cherish the places you're in when you're in them, because when you leave them, you're actually going to miss them more than you realize. And essentially that's why I had mixed feelings this morning. That video triggered all that, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I need to learn to cherish the places I'm in a lot more before I leave them. So yeah, right now I'm packing up and then about to head home. And that's today. I'm gonna head home, edit this vlog, and go to bed. So see you guys tomorrow.